Palestinian in Texas. That's rich material.
I know, it is. It is.
How did you come to America?
Well, it was very fascinating, actually. I was born in Kuwait. I left Kuwait after the first Gulf War, or as I like to call it, the prequel, episode 1. People always say, like, hey, man, why did you leave Kuwait? I'm like, it's very simple. Our house told us to leave. If a bomb falls about 100 feet away from your house will speak to you. It's going to happen, okay? And I went to, in Kuwait, we had it good, actually. We had it really, really good. I went to a private British English school. I spoke British English. I was like, hello, how are you? This is adorable. And I was, and then I ended up going to school in a vest and a bow tie, and next thing you know, the war breaks out, and I end up in Houston, Texas, public school, okay? My brother's the one who enrolls me, and he neglects to tell them that I spoke English, so they put me in an ESL class. And I walk in, let me tell you something, I walked in with a vest and a bow tie to my first day of school, thinking that's how you go to school, that's how you get killed at school in America.
In Houston, right? Well, I was surprised that you went to entertain U.S. troops. I mean, this is before and after September 11, right?
Yes, correct.
Was that a little controversial? Was that a little...
It was absolutely terrifying. I mean, pre-9/11, I was 20 years old. It was in April of 2011. I went to Germany, Italy, and Sicily. It was a great experience. Post 9/11, it became even more of a thing that I wanted to do because it became so fearful to be yourself. That was one of the worst positions as a comedian to be. Is you're fearful to be yourself. I mean, to do stand-up is to be yourself on stage and mastering that on stage. So I had to master my fears. And I said to myself, what better way to do it than to be myself in front of U.S. troops? And I've done it in 8 different countries on 3 continents. To go from leaving Kuwait because of a war and going back to perform stand-up in Kuwait and Iraq, and to end up staying at Saddam Hussein's palace, which was converted into a hotel, the JVB Hotel, who was the person that alienated my entire family from Kuwait. It's just, what can you say? I mean, that's an experience of a lifetime.
You do have sort of a serious message too. I mean, of course, you're a comedian, and you're a good comedian, make jokes about it, but ultimately you do want to use your story.
Sure, I think stand-up is just a great place for truth. Like Shakespeare said, much truth is said in jest. And I think some of the best comedians of all time, you talk about Richard Pryor's of the world, the George Carlins, they were raw and unfiltered, and they were themselves, they were authentic, and they were honest. And good stand-up is being honest, and that's what I want to share. It's like I want to share my perspective, I want to share my story, I want to be as honest as I can be on stage, and that would create a universal appeal. At the same time, if there's a message of somebody who's walking away with something, if I can make you think, I mean, that's my ultimate goal, is make you laugh and think.
And that you do.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.